Oh, yeah, whatever. Huh?
So do you know everything?
Oh, just Jade and Cody show. They're not back yet. So,
Yeah, here's
So
I'm
we
gonna
got back
ask
from
right
Japan and
now.
I was like, I want to go home for 30 minutes. Or
Is this you being like inserting my feelings, or is this just like getting all in my face? Like,
get an extra hour on the clock. Yeah. I was like thinking. I was like, yeah, this is a little early for Mike.
I know, man. I don't come here until the earliest I'll come is like 4:30. Forgot my fucking vape at the house because like, I was leaving the house. And I made sure I grabbed everything for tonight. I'm gonna go work out for when I go. Grabbed everything. Forgot my fucking the one vape that I have. And then I forgot my fucking poppers at the house too. So I pulled up to my fucking because I was going to Ham to go hang out with my hoes real quick because she was there she was there to go meet her little boyfriend but he never showed up. So she called me. She was like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, nah, shit. Want to pull up? I'm like, I don't want to pull the hammer. She's like, I'll send you money. Because she got sugar daddy, so I got gas money and she fed me food. And I was like, hey, free trip, mama.
Oh yeah. Nah, it might get worse too. I don't know. I don't even know what to do.
Good to see you right here.
What's up, man?
No.
I'm David.
I'm Mike.
Nice to meet you, Mike. You like Mike, huh?
He always coming on my jacket.
Nah. I didn't even notice.
You got Tyson Jackson and Gordon.
Oh shit.
Well, let me see if oh, you can come sit. This is Red Anthony, y'all.
Hi, nice to meet you, Grant Lanera.
What is it?
Grant.
Grant.
Lanera,
Nice to
yeah.
meet you.
Just thinking about you experiencing that. Can you imagine?
I was like, what is that?
It switched, yeah.
It's okay, it's counting down, we're good. I was laughing, I was like, what in the world? Alright, good, we're live, yeah, it's working. You post on Facebook, let me just check it.
Yeah, man, your instincts and your guts are right. I'm with Dave. I'd rather come home with integrity 30 minutes later every day. You know what I mean by integrity? Not browbeat down and not exhausted, not hating my life. But I do think that, don't put too many constraints on this. There's no way to do this except this other path. Sometimes it's the only option.
Is David and Jason, are they in town? Are they phoning in?
They're phoning in. Yeah. Alright. Yes.
So later, I'll PDF.
If you make a U-turn, the bathroom's like, yeah.
Like, at the end of January, you have a new job. That's one thing for sure. I don't want you to go do that. Okay, perfect. Does that make sense? And yeah, I don't care. It might be that you buy your own health insurance and you get paid $100 to do it. Instead of $7. Okay, yeah, that's good. I do that too. I mean, I don't, benefits are good, but they're not worth $60,000 a year. So if you can make more money someplace else and you don't have a commute and you got to buy your own health insurance, have at it. But your dignity doesn't have to price that. Yeah, it's dignity is also just humanity. I mean, it's just not. Who deals in the? I mean, it's not like this is a ditch digging firm or something. I mean, this is an engineer. But honestly, I mean, this is a high-paid white-collar job. Somebody who's got away with it.
Is white collar even politically correct anymore? Sorry. I had to. Anything with the word white in it, I just feel like is dangerous.
Treading a lot.
You're treading danger. What you up to, Mike? What are you doing?
I do Jimmy Yacht show at 6.
Nice.
I just came here and I felt driving in the room.
Dude, I just got hit, so on the way over, so I wouldn't suggest it at all, for
My
sure.
friend just called me like when I got here. She just called me. She just went to the bitch. She had her.
Yeah, somebody hit me.
She was like able to get out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she called me. She was going. She's like, "Hey, I just ran into a bitch." I'm like, "Okay, what?" I'm like, "You
Yeah, I
good? You
can't
crap?"
do anything.
What up?
6 people on my feed already.
Nice.
It ain't gonna take long. I mean, we'll probably be. I mean, if Facebook would let it actually go out to the amount of people that are on there, there's almost 10,000 on there on my page. But you know, they're not gonna let everybody see it. They're gonna suppress it.
All right, we got about a minute left. I actually started the timer a little bit late, so not totally accurate.
So I'll do this first segment just by myself, and then I'll bring you in on that second segment right up to. I can't read it right here. This is the segment I'll bring you in on. I want to talk about the agenda first. Give them a little encouragement to take their time wherever they're headed right now, since I just got hit.
So I'm sure you're ready, David. Just refresher. We got 8 minutes right here, so a short one. I'll
Yep.
give you 2-1, then we'll be out. Yeah, it is very loud. I
Turn that
should
volume
remind
down.
everyone. It didn't sound
Those
like
are
it was as
headphones.
bad from yours. Yeah. For some reason, some of the people who sit down here just turn it to the loudest thing possible. I don't know if for the other shows their commands are a little quieter.
Right.
But yeah, it's a bit obnoxious if you don't like turn it down before you put it on.
Yeah, certainly.
This is also just the loudest thing they play on the whole show too. So it's a really weird start as
Oh
well.
yeah. What's wrong with these things? My little head. There we go. Where's my camera? There we go. What is up? What is up? How is everybody doing on this nasty weather afternoon? Really excited to be here on the Jay Ducote Show with y'all. My name is David St. Romain, also known as DSR to some folks. So I'm going to keep talking. Man, I can't. There they go. All right, they're working now. We got a great show lined up for you. I've brought in a few friends of mine on the show today. We got some things to talk about. All the happenings in Baton Rouge between now and New Year's Eve. Also want to say thank you right off the bat to Jay and Chuck for letting me be on the show, let me host it. This has become second, maybe my fourth job, although it's a voluntary job, so I'm glad to do it. But thanks for following Jay's show and being here every day from 4 to 6. I know Jay and Chuck have a great time, so we wanted to keep it light like they normally do. And so we're going to keep talking about positive, entertaining things today. Do want to say right off the bat, I got a fender bender on the way over. Somebody hit me on my way over on the interstate. And so be very careful while you are on the road today. The weather is just terrible. It's not looking like it's going to get any better. It doesn't seem like. But just please be careful while you're out there on the road today as you go to either come home from work or wherever you're headed back home or headed out. No matter what you're doing, be careful. Please be careful. Take your time. Give some space between you and the car in front of you. So I just want to say, that might be a sign, by the way, Grant. I'm telling you. It's a sign, dude, that I got hit on the way over.
I don't want to believe it. I think we'll be good.
Well, I always say when something bad happens, I think of gratitudes right off the bat. I'm grateful nothing really, no one got really hurt. Grateful the person was able to pull over behind me who hit me, and I noticed that they didn't get hurt, so I was glad about that. And so do want to, just point out that, I look for everything has to be a sign. I think everything in my life has happened in such grand ways that, and sometimes I never noticed that I was being led into a different direction, but I kept wanting to go my own direction. So I'm trying to think of everything, every moment as a sign, every moment as an opportunity to look for the best in every situation. Y'all, we've got a great show today. I try to bring in people that Jay doesn't normally bring in, which means that we're all going to be sober today. Because I know they like to get down and dirty on this show, but I'm on a sobriety kick right now, so it's no drinking for me today on the show. But we've got a great agenda. There's a lot of things happening between Christmas and New Year's, including New Year's Eve. We've got my friend Rhett Anthony, great Rhett Glenmeyer. Rhett Anthony, everybody knows him as, incredible singer, songwriter. Lived in Nashville for a long time. Is going to be a part of a big show we've got next week that I'm actually going to be on. We've also got David Bourne, Jason Martin, and Cree Harrison, the one and only, man, that angelic voice. If you haven't heard Cree sing, you definitely have to check her out. She's incredible. And really, not that David and Jason aren't great or any of the other folks that are going to be on the show, but just really honored to have them on the show today and be able to promote what we're calling Holidays. Is going to be at Chelsea's Live on December 29th, next Thursday night, and I'm actually going to be on the songwriter round with my man Rhett also. And Rhett and I will talk a little bit about that, but we're going to talk more about, I want to talk more about what Rhett's doing online and how much he's bringing love and positivity to our community here in Baton Rouge. Also, y'all, we're going to talk to the very talented one and only Chase Tyler, who is going to be performing live at the Crown Plaza on New Year's Eve. Crown Plaza, did I say Plaza? Crown Plaza on New Year's Eve. And so you can get tickets to that. I'm not playing on New Year's Eve, which is why I was really excited to bring, I'm playing, but I'm not playing a public party. And so I'm excited to be able to share what Chase is doing and the other folks at that event. And Chase will be calling in also a little later. We also have we have Ben Marcel, who is a community member here in the Capital City region. And Ben is one of these guys who just really makes an impact across the board. And he's got a new venue in Gonzales, an axe throwing venue. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as we get ready to close the show in the 5 o'clock hour. But if you want to listen live, you can listen live on Facebook. You can find us also on all of my social medias. We are live right now on there. That's tipdsr.com. You can find all those social media. And if you want to be a part of what I'm doing across the board, I want you to send me a text right now. Just say, what's up, DSR? 225-396-4166, 225-396-4166. Send me a text right now. I want to send a big shout out to my Leadership Louisiana team, my class of 2022 from Cable. Really, really glad and honored to be a part of that group. I know they're listening from all over the state right now online, so we love you. And want to say what's up to all y'all. My boy McCracken out there. Maybe he'll be running for some kind of office soon. Come on now. But y'all, once again, it's just such an honor to be here. What a bucket list for me to be able to sit on this side of the microphone and not just be the one who's being interviewed. This is really cool, really great opportunity for me. Thank you, Grant, for being here. Thanks for making it always easy for me, brother.
Of course. I'm glad to be here. It's been a big week for me. I've been here like 7 days straight. Jay and Chuck having a good time in Asheville. I'm
jealous. Asheville, that's like the best place in the world.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's amazing. I went there once and I had a great time.
My wife always said if we move anywhere, it would be Asheville. She loves Asheville big time. And I mean, it's like mountains. You get all the bluegrass. You get all the good stuff. All the great music. There's just a great vibe there. Hey, I want to send a shout out to my Wendy Lipsy out there. I love you, Wendy. Thanks for watching live. Thank you to all the folks for watching live. It's really cool. We got, once again, we got a great show ahead for you, and I'm going to get ahead of myself. Y'all, my name is David St. Romain. Check it out, DSR on 107.3, The Jay Ducote Show.
Awesome. Perfect. Actually took a little long for them to cue up the thing. You were right on spot. All right.
Somehow I gotta
So
be
now
ready to
you'll be
talk
on.
the next one.
Yep.
How
I
long
can't.
we
These
got?
headphones keep.
This is a long break, about 6-7 minutes.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit with Wall. Shit, breakfast.
You good? Yeah, I love that that name Cree. It's such a beautiful name. I'm telling you, Cree is. If you hadn't heard Cree Harrison sing, you are going to be in for a treat. So Mandy, check her out. She's online all over. She was on American Idol, had a big career so far, and she's got a lot more things happening. So she'll be on the show with us. You should come. That's going to be a good show. I can't get these headphones to stop going in and out. It's okay. I got it.
I think that jack is actually messed up. I don't even think it's a you problem.
It's not a me problem. Oh, man. It's fun.
Yeah, natural, bro. That to me, that's the hardest thing is just continuing to try to think of shit to just talk about.
Yeah.
You know, and then
He said shit.
oops, sorry.
I don't care. We're on
I'm gonna do
YouTube.
it.
You can do that on YouTube, just not on the air.
Gotcha.
We're
Yeah,
live
y'all
on
can do
YouTube right
whatever y'all
now.
want right now. It's
They're still hearing
not
it.
Whatever, y'all.
They're still hearing us, right?
But yeah.
Good,
yeah,
good. I want to make
We're
sure.
all over the stream right now.
Good deal. If you're online, say what's up. We got 6 on online watching on mine and 4 online from the live broadcast on Talk 107.3. Excited to be here, man. Wearing my America's Camp deal. This was the coolest experience ever.
What was that?
America's Camp was a camp they put on for all the children of the victims of 9/11. And so I got a chance to sing for them. It was in Massachusetts. I did it twice. Taylor Swift was on the first one.
Oh, wow.
And then she did a video for him on the last one. I remember that.
Oh no.
It was the coolest thing. What happened?
I stuck a thing in here that is too.
And it stuck?
Yep.
Is something broken?
I'm a genius.
Is it still working?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't need these, but I did want them, but I can't find another adapter, and I don't want these.
Yeah, none of these Sennheisers are worth the damn.
No.
Got to get you some better ones.
Well, I got some coming in. I'm getting me some headphones, because I mean, hey, I need them for my job anyway, so I'm
Right.
getting some for Christmas that are coming in and needed.
Oh, he had Hiller on this morning?
Wait, what?
Did he have Hiller on this morning?
Oh, I don't know.
I see it on the.
I wouldn't even know.
I gotta not touch these things. Man, we could rap on this thing.
All right. Break it on down.
Break it down now.
And a little picture of Tim McGraw.
I know.
That's great.
I heard. What did I hear the other day? What was it? Not a moment too soon.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that in forever. Love you too, Wendy. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm glad I'm okay too, Sherry. It was not fun getting smacked on the side, actually. It was an interesting situation. I didn't know what to do in the moment because it was so nasty. Mandy, I would believe that big time. You couldn't stop talking if we had you on here. You'd be all about it. You'd be a natural on the radio, girl. Yeah, that's Rhett. That's Rhett. Yeah, I'm glad to be good. I'm glad to be okay too.
That's a big old glob of weather over us, huh?
I know, man. That weather's just gnarly.
Oh, it really is. I was standing on the end, waiting to come in with that wind coming around. Like, whoa.
Yeah. Sherry, send me his number if you would on a direct message. Or you can post it on here or not, but I mean, I don't want to send his personal info out, but I wouldn't mind getting his information. I've got to get him. I was already talked to my insurance agent, and he said get an estimate. So it would be helpful. I don't know where he's at. Tell Matt I said hello, by the way. So positivity is a plus, right? That's the name of it.
Positivity's a plus. Yeah.
It's
It's like apostrophe S, no I. Positivity's a plus.
good deal. And I may. Thank you, Blake. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm glad I'm okay too. Yeah, you can text it to me, Sheriff, if you still got my number, same number, or 225-396-4166. Let me get you on that texting platform. Rebel Heating and Air. I need to do a jingle for it. Rebel Heating and Air. Rebel Heating and Air.
Yeah, they don't really have a catchy one like most of the other ads we have here.
I know you've heard GMFS, changing lives. Whoa!
It stays in my head.
You're welcome.
Every hour of my life. I hear it every day.
You're welcome.
That and the Spencer Callahan one.
Yeah, I didn't write that one, but I could take claim to the GMFS one. That's I always told.
Yeah, they got a few here that I'd never stop hearing. All right, let's go back in, guys.
Good deal. I'll get these. Name. Oh yeah. To that home out on the range. Oh really?
It's Tom, the big voice guy, and you're listening to the Jay Ducote Show on Talk 107.3, the new flavor of talk.
Welcome back, Baton Rouge, DSR, David St. Romain here with you, taking the place of Jay Ducote and Chuck P today. Glad to have my boy Rhett Anthony on right now. What's up, Rhett?
How you doing?
Man, you doing good today?
I am, other than this crazy cold weather thing we have going on.
I know, right? It is. Well, it is December in Louisiana.
Yeah,
We
right.
We got to ask for a couple of weeks of cold weather.
Sure.
I know it's made a difference on the road out there. I know I got a little tagged on the road on the way over. So
Passed the wreck on Highland Road. On the way
yeah,
over.
it's been so. Just be careful when you're
For
leaving,
sure.
for sure. But Red, I brought you on because two things. I want to talk about. Well, first, I want to talk about the online group that you've started on Facebook. It's called Positivity's a Plus.
Yes.
Tell me about what inspired you to do that.
Well, I have a psychology degree from LSU from way back when.
If you didn't know, by the way,
if you didn't
folks.
know that. And I've spent most of I guess all of my adult life, as far as a profession goes, being a musician.
Right.
And but I've had the degree, and I've always been interested in it. And then when the COVID, the whole thing hit with COVID,
Right.
and we were all kind of on lockdown, and they were making people either play outside or you couldn't play and whatnot. I'm like, man, all right, so what do I do with myself now?
Yeah.
And then just kind of dove down the personal growth hole, and love all the stuff, the perspectives and things that it was giving me. And along the way, I just decided to get certified as a life coaching, in life coaching, and I took the Tony Robbins course online.
Oh, really? I didn't know
It's
that.
his endorsed program, and so yeah, I paid for it, did it, and then loved what I learned, and then through that they encourage you to,
Find an outlet.
yeah, an outlet to do it.
Yeah.
I was contemplating life coaching. The door didn't really happen that way. The music thing came back around, and I've been doing that since. But when all that was going on, I just decided to go ahead and to help promote it, do a Facebook group called Positivity's a Plus. That's the name I came up with.
Yeah.
With it.
So what I notice is that when I open up Facebook, which isn't that often to read the threads, but I know most folks, they're not like you and me. They're not just putting stuff out. I notice it's an uplifting, and it's all about positivity, obviously, in the name, but also about, just finding a way to bring value into people's lives that, that's what I love about it. Is that it's not, you've always been an entertainer, you're a great entertainer, but you're bringing some extra value to people, especially in a dark time. Sometimes we get lost in all the negativity of things, and so it's great to see a group like this. You started with no one in the group, obviously.
Yeah.
How many folks are you up to now on this group?
Right at I think it's 2,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a major growth. Y'all, if you don't know about it, go to Facebook, search Positivities apostrophe S, Positivities a plus, and y'all, it's really a great opportunity to just feed from positive words. Where do you have a source where you find them, or are you just coming from all over? Are you thinking of them yourself?
Yeah, you know what? I kind of
Not to give away your secret
No,
sauce
not-
here. I'm just curious.
Not at all. Not at all. I have no qualms about saying I don't come up with the bulk of the material. I look at myself somewhat as a harvester of things that, like, man, this really speaks to me. I can remember going through this, or have this says this about this point in life,
Right.
And I started sharing them just kind of outside of that before that group ever started a couple years ago, and so many people would chime in and say, "Thank you for putting this out there."
Isn't that amazing?
Because it just proves that we all go through different variations of the same stuff.
Right. We're all. We're really not that different.
Correct.
At some point,
Yeah.
even when you're when you're feeding positivity to others, you still receive. I mean, that's what I find when I put out stuff on my text, is that on my platforms, is that when people reach back and say, "I really needed this today," or
Right.
you made a difference in my day.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
And it's not that you do it for that. It just happens.
No, right. It's not for any type of glory. It's like,
No.
this is my gift to the world. I love what these things have done for me in my perspective. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Somebody out there, they haven't quite found the answers yet. And I don't know if this is the answer, but if it helps, to me, your whole existence is just how your mind perceives things. And it boils down to perception, how you want to look at it and see the world.
Yeah.
And these things really give you a different, wow, I never thought about it that
Yeah.
way. And the people that have a really beautiful gift of being able to put it into words in a way that you've never heard it before.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it. I mean, look, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, where's this coming from? Like, I love seeing it, and,
Yeah.
and it really it started to. And I immediately subscribed to the group and jumped in, and I don't know if I ever mentioned to you, but it made a difference in my life, and because COVID was tough for all of us, but then even after COVID, like the results of COVID and what came from that, not a lot of stuff not great, and
Right.
and we needed more just natural things to happen, especially people who are already in our lives that could instill positive thoughts and just and help us turn those negative thoughts into something that might be actually that might bring you some perspective on gratitudes.
Yes.
I mean, that's like I mentioned, I got into a little fender bender on the way over, and immediately I thought about gratitudes, and I thought about it could have been so much worse. I could have gotten hurt. Someone else could have gotten hurt, and just with that kind of perspective, it makes a difference, I think, in people's lives. And I'm telling you, you don't realize probably 90% of the people out there that don't respond, don't want to tell you that you're making a difference in their life. You are making a difference in their life. So I know I wanted to tell you that. I've told you that 100 times, but I'm going to tell you on the air because I want everybody to hear it. Red Anthony is making a difference in this community, and I want to commend you for that and help to elevate what you're doing as much as I can, which is not much at all, but it's worth a hill of beans. But
to me, it's helping humanity. Period.
It is.
If this helps you at all, because it did it for me. When a lot of other things didn't, when you didn't have the answer, and it's like, ooh, it just gives you a new way of looking at things. And
yeah.
you know.
Well, if you don't know about what he's doing, check him out on Facebook, y'all. Red Anthony, he's got a Facebook group. You got to subscribe to it. Positivity's a plus. And eventually you may branch out, I'm hoping, outside of Facebook, because there are people who don't want to get on Facebook. And, maybe there's a texting platform like Community, like what we have, what I have, that may be, something valuable a way for you to create that more community around what you're doing.
I do. I hope to grow in any way possible, and I really want to come up with my own, material at some point. Not that, I never try.
I don't think that
always
matters.
Try to give, right. I try to give whoever's, supposedly said the quote credit,
right?
Because I'm not one. I try to make no,
But it
mislead
doesn't
anybody.
even
I'm
matter.
not saying this. This is just stuff I've found. But I do have ideas that I would like. I got to get the meme maker is what I got to do. Learn Canva or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's out there. I will say this, though. Not many people are coming up with original stuff anymore.
Man,
Because,
it's hard to.
well, if you read, I read The Daily Stoic and by Ryan Holiday. And Ryan Holiday is a great author, if you haven't read it. It's a daily, just a daily. I don't know what you would call it, but it has like just different every day. There's a different. Quote from a different Stoic, and
Thought
then he
for the
gives
day or something.
thought for the day
Yeah.
exactly. And I couldn't think of what I wanted to
Yeah.
say there, but and that's a that's going back centuries, and so how do we even and those thoughts, those perspectives, those are those are perspectives that like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, and those are the people that he's quoting. And you read these and you're like, man, there's a lot of people these days that still don't practice these types of perspectives and these
Right.
types of applications to life.
Right.
And so, I find that we don't read history, we're going to repeat it, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that and I didn't say that.
Sometimes you repeat it even if you do read it.
Right. Well, you're welcome to addiction, but for sure, I mean, I agree. It's like I don't think there's much originality in that because we've been human since the beginning of time,
Right.
and we may not have known how to communicate those thoughts. But people like the Stoics, and as we go through, as we look back in history, people have been saying these different types of perspectives and giving these perspectives to the public for many, many years, as long as they could put it down and
Yeah.
write it down. And so I don't think it's important, and I know you don't think it's as important to be the originator of that
Right.
thought. It's really important for someone to receive it,
Right,
and
and
I
then
think
grasp it.
and
right.
grasp it, and right, and
I have my people that I go to that made, that inspired me.
Exactly.
Outside of Tony Robbins, your Wayne Dyers and Eckhart Tolle. And,
I love it.
Joe Dispenza. There's a lot of great stuff out there that just, it's-
Well, you are making a difference.
Good.
And you made a difference in my life, and I know that you're making a difference in a lot of people's lives out there. 2,500 to be exact.
Yeah.
But I want to encourage you to step out of just Facebook. And I'm not doing that because I have any sale to make here, but
Right.
I want to see, because I think that we are finding out even more that social media has a lot of squishing of what we're doing. Like, I mean, I was telling my man Grant here that, out of all of my followers on Facebook, Facebook's not going to show my followers that we're live right now.
Yeah.
And it's sad because we spend all that time trying to build these fans and followers and supporters, but then the algorithms don't want us to be seen because we're not paying for it.
Right.
And so I think it's there are ways for you to reach people regardless of whether or not an algorithm, like I said, there's other applications, and I'm going to turn you on to that community platform, because I think that's the most valuable $99 a month I've ever spent, is to be able to reach people directly through text messaging.
Wow.
Other people like Matt Moscona, people who are on other stations here, they use that same platform, and major stars like Gary Vee and Mark Cuban and all these people, hundreds and hundreds of celebrities use it because they know it's a direct to customer, direct to consumer platform that doesn't have any control of that. They let you, they give you full control. And so let's move on real quick to another reason why I brought you in. You and I are going to be part of a show next week on the 29th called Holidays.
Yep.
I'm excited about that.
I am too.
Every year you have done a show called Home for the Holidays with CJ Solar.
Yep.
And David Bourne.
Right.
And since Mama Kay
Yeah.
has moved on, and Curtis have moved on to Nashville full
Yeah.
time, they live in Nashville now, they are not doing the show this year. And I don't know if that's the reason, but they're not doing the show this year.
Yeah, I know a lot of people,
So
including me, I love doing the show.
Right.
And you're right, things they do what they do and go the way
Right.
they go, but this is, kind of, I guess, in its place, this showed up.
Right.
You know?
And so I was at a party 2 weeks ago. Actually, Jay and Chuck were at the party. It was when they asked me to do the show. And one of our boys, Matt Martin, got to throw your name out there, my boy. He was like, bro, Bourne's not playing a show this year. I'm like, what? So we got on, I got on the horn real quick and started making calls. And then actually Jason Martin, who's there, married to Cree Harrison, said, hey, I've got Chelsea's wants to do the show. So next Thursday, we are going to be part of Holidays. If you don't know about it, y'all, excuse me. I'm gonna give you a link in a minute when they get on, because we're gonna have them on, and I want you to hang out so we can all talk about the show. But you and I are gonna do part of the locals round,
Right.
and along with Charleston Bourgeois and a couple other folks. I can't remember the name. Luis Mariani, our boy, and there's another person on the show. I can't remember who it was.
Josh Martin.
Josh Martin. So thank you. But we are going to be part of the locals round. It starts at 7 p.m. next Thursday night, and you can get tickets at chelseaslive.com. But we're going to be bringing them on here in a few minutes. But there's a song that you. How much time we got? We got a couple minutes. Minute? Okay. Anyways.
Not even that much.
Not even that much. So we're gonna talk a little bit quickly about your song. I love your song, Moonlight and Roses.
Thanks, bud.
And that's one of my favorites. But you've had a cut. You had a Tracy Lawrence cut. Is that correct?
Tracy Lawrence cut. One I wrote with Jeremy McComb and Rick Huckabee, a song called "Didn't We?" Tracy put it on his last album.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's very nice.
That's a major cut.
It really is. It was.
Well, I'm maybe a little jealous. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so
I high
happy.
five myself on the inside.
So happy for you. Well, we work our entire lives for those types of
For real,
opportunities.
yeah.
And I think they missed the boat on signing you a big old publishing deal in Nashville.
Man. Well,
You had a great time. How long were you living in Nashville?
a little over 11 years.
And you played at Losers, what?
Yeah, and the OG Losers, the original one, about 2 blocks from Vanderbilt, a couple blocks from Music Row.
Yeah. And you must have played. Tell me some of the people that came in and sang with you.
Oh gosh.
Because I know everybody's. Can I start? Go.
Get to name drop. You license to name drop. Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney.
What?
Blake Shelton, Toby Keith.
Don't forget.
Faith Hill did sit in.
Foo Fighters.
Dave
Grohl.
And Zach Brown and O'Teal Burbridge on bass from the Allman Brothers band. It was just.
I mean, dude,
insane.
Not a lot of people can say they've played with that type of. I mean, even if it was just a one-off thing. I mean, Chris Young used to come in every night.
Yeah,
I remember
he
when I
was a
played,
regular.
and I played with you, many nights over there
Yeah.
when I was living there. John Party.
John
started with us.
There's so many guys.
We
that
started
used to-
with John. You remember
correct,
that?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
We played after at Losers after the CMAs. The other guys that I played with got invited to a party, and I didn't get the invite, and I needed a gig, so I played. And John was just one of the Monday night guys, and he jumped on with me, and we had a ball.
Yeah, it's crazy because when you're in Nashville, you crossing paths with all these people, and you don't know that maybe 5 years later they're going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the coolest things about it. And you have dreams and aspirations. I know I did to do that myself, but God has a bigger purpose for you, bro.
I believe
It's way bigger than
it
country
unfolds
music,
like it's
dude.
supposed to, whether you know.
Way bigger than country music.
Agree.
He's going to elevate you in a massive way. I'm serious. I'm going to speak to that right here because I ain't scared. But it's real, bro. I mean, that's the value because music is great, and you'll continue to bring music to the table. That's not going to stop.
Yeah, it's hard to, after a lifetime of doing it, to just shut it off. No, I don't want to do it. Some people, not me. I'll do it in some way, shape, or form.
But you're still doing it with, even if you're using the opportunities that you had in music and the fan base you had in music to bring value through your Positivities and Plus
Correct.
Facebook page.
Just
So,
right.
so that's the coolest thing is because you've actually taken one value and brought another value to that. And so, I mean, one utility and brought value to that utility that came from left field. Like nobody would have saw
Right,
that.
a whole other area.
I
of
didn't even know you had a
life and
degree in
interest.
psychology.
Yeah.
Like that was just the coolest thing to find that out. I mean, I remember when your brother told me that, and I was like, what?
Yeah, sure do.
Because I saw your thing, and I was like, this is cool. But all right, y'all, I'm going to hop off for now because I'm getting the break thing. But
Enjoy it,
we're
brother.
going to take a break, y'all. David St. Romain filling in for Jay Ducote on 107.3.
David called it, by the way. I picked him up.
David's on.
He's on.
So they're going to be the next segment, right?
Yeah.
I'll hang out for that segment.
Hey, can you plug this in for me?
Where you want to go with that?
Right, that little black.
Where at, buddy?
This little extension cord right here next to the laptop. Forgot to do that. And he came back to Louisiana. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Man, this thing is nasty shorting. Okay. How behind was I? I'm sorry.
Oh, just a couple minutes. It's all good. They run over like that all the time.
That's because they drinking.
Look, somebody already asked, Joanne.
There you go.
Brandon Tate.
Talk 1073 mobile app brought to you by Gregory Ricks and Associates. Listen live. Find out what you missed on demand and even set an alarm to wake up and listen. The Talk 1073 mobile app is brought to you by Gregory Ricks and Associates.
Insurance companies often discourage people from getting an attorney. I can't get you more, even after our fee, then you owe us nothing, not even our costs. I'm Spencer Calvin. I like you.
Is one to see. Call 3872323.
Pizza that's true to its hand-tossed wood-fried tradition. Roca Pizzeria is heating up its new half-hour patio.
Yeah, we're gonna be back. I was like, yeah, no shift today, baby. I was like, I'll check just in case.
Yeah, bro, this thing
Like,
sucks.
I don't know for sure.
This thing's got a bad short in it.
Yeah, it's that middle port I have heard is the worst. I have very little experience on that side.
It's because Brian keeps doing this with his elbow.
Personally, no, but
It's all your fault, Brian Haldane.
yeah, Brent does love being in the middle of it. Yeah,
Yeah, so I missed. So I forgot.
Brother, it goes by so fast, dude.
I missed the show. I didn't know.
This goes by so fast.
And nobody called me, so I was like, I guess somebody picked it up. So
Hey, bro, what happened the other day? Air was like dropped for like 20 minutes.
so what happened was this
What
is a
happened
very
was-
easy thing to explain. I slept through all of my alarms, and so
Oh.
so I get a call at 4:00 as the show is starting from our tech engineer, and I get a call, and he's like, "Hey, the air is dead. You might have like something switched off when you on the wrong switch. Just check everything." And I'm like,
And you're like, nope.
"Yeah, I'm in my bed right now." I was like, and I was like,
Could
"It's
somebody
the
come up and
worst-
hit play?
Yeah, it's the worst possible day for it to have happened too. Because if it was with Jay and Chuck, they would.
Yeah, they could handle
They
it.
would. Well, even if they were out of the studio though, they would have called me earlier because they would have known. But these guys didn't have my number, and it's not their responsibility to do that anyway.
Right, right.
But I just get called at 4:00, and I'm like, run out of the house like full thing, and I get over here. It's already the second break time. I'm like, oh god, now I gotta play 2 breaks in a row. It was the worst. It was the first time I've ever had that happen, and the feeling that just runs through
Dude,
your head.
I know.
I was like, oh my god.
That's like showing up to a gig without your guitar.
yeah,
or
that does
pants.
sound- that's
Like, you know, you wake up in a dream and you're like, because you showed up to school with no pants on in your
yeah,
dream.
you know, yeah, I get what you're talking about.
We've all had that dream.
Yeah, it was just because I was groggy, like everything was slowly starting to piece together, and it was just like, oh no. But they were very cool about it, and it ended up being a good show. I felt so bad.
I'm trying to keep my daughter from going to cheer right now. 'Cause I don't want her on the road.
Oh, okay. Understand.
This mic smells awesome.
While recapping some of the projects that CPR is working on, Klein noted one of the biggest improvements they're seeing right now is the size and scope of the project. These are projects, Brian, they're creating close to 3,000 acres of marsh per project. So in the late 1990s,
Yeah, we may have to go. I don't know if you would rather go like one long one with David here and then break and then short final segment, or if you want to go like 2 medium sized. Because if he can stay on for 2, we might want to cut it a little.
I have
short
him on
here.
for 2.
Okay, then
Yeah.
maybe we cut it a little short here so they can be evenly distributed.
10-4?
But yeah, I'll give you.
I was looking. I
I
missed your first sign. I'm sorry.
I'll give no. I'll give you like more deliberate signs this time, just so we can stay like. Because with the first couple segments, but with these, you kind of want to be a little more
Right.
on it. And I got you out of that last one, Wade. So just to keep you on track.
Whoa, what happened here? Got hooked. Well,
the rain you're seeing is going to continue through the evening.
thanks, Brian.
Tomorrow as well. The overnight low tonight's 44, tomorrow's high 51. And once the rain clears out, be ready for that Arctic blast to come our way. Your high on Thursday gets up to 68,
What is up if you're watching on the broadcast? Appreciate you getting on. Say something out there. Send me a text if you're on the text platform already. If you're not, 225-396-4166. I want to hear from you.
Your doctor can check on your blood sugar levels, help monitor your health, your diabetes under control. So make your plan and make your health a priority. We'll be glad you did.
Relief Windows. Experience, quality, and service. ReliefWindows.com.
Start your day with news and newsmakers. Start your day ahead of the traffic, ahead of the weather. Hey, it's Haldane. Join me for Mornings with Brian Haldane, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. right here on Talk 107.3.
Welcome back to the Jay Ducote Show. Here's the dude who beat Bobby Flay.
I love his intros. Y'all, you're listening to DSR David St. Romain on the Jay Ducote Show on this Monday nasty afternoon, because it's a great Monday, but it's just nasty out there. Once again, be safe while you're on the road out there. Please keep some space between you and the car in front of you. Sometimes it doesn't matter, like it did today on my way in. Somebody hit me from the side, so it didn't even matter. But I was able to keep control, and it was all good. Hey, y'all, we've got some great guests on the phone right now, and I am excited to introduce to you, once again, you know him, local, incredible. He's not local. He lives in Nashville. He's just made an incredible record. And also he's got two of his fellow musician, songwriter, entertainers on the line with us. Say hello to David Bornay, Jason Martin, and the one and only, sorry, David and Jason, I can't give y'all credit like her, Cree Harrison, y'all. What's up, y'all? What's up? How is everybody? Are you by yourself? Oh, I haven't. No, I thought they were on the line with you, but that's okay. Are you driving down right now? Well, what's up, David Bornay? How? Yeah, we need to put out an APB for Jason Martin and Cree Harrison, but that's okay. I'm glad to have you on here with us. David, how have you been? What's happening? We're excited to have you coming back to Baton Rouge to do another holiday show here. That's right. Yeah, it's going to be a great year because I know, and we're going to talk specifically about your stuff right now. You've got a new record that has not come out yet. I know we've talked about some potential plans privately, but and you don't have to lead anyone, but man, I got to tell you, I posted something, on my own social media about it because, dude, your record is incredible, like incredible. It's probably, in my opinion, one of the best original records that just has such an impact, had a huge impact on me when I listened to it. I mean, I was emotional from it. It was so amazing, bro. Like, your writing has just come just it's just it's nuts. It's so good.
Well, thank you, man. I'm very good for that place. And I finished the record, and I still got the masters back. I put it somewhere, and I had some hopes that had to help releasable, and it looks like I'll be able to release it inevitably here. I'll start this song out in the next couple of months, but I'm excited for everybody to hear it. It is possible, and connected to the few people that have heard it so far.
Yeah, it really does connect, especially I mean as a singer songwriter myself. I mean I can relate to the growth and the journey that you speak of in that record. I do want to say, folks don't realize the time it takes. You got the masters in the summertime, and then you spent, the last 6 months, bringing it around Nashville, trying to, play it for the people that you've been able to connect with, the labels and all that. But bro, I mean, it does not speak to the quality of the record because just for the simple fact that a major label like Sony BMG or Warner or whatever, they don't jump on it and just, I think they missed the boat, and actually it may work out for the best because then you don't sell you don't sell your whole NIL to them. I mean, you get to maintain the control, and as and as that grows, as you grow the listenership on that record, you're probably gonna find that they're gonna jump back on and want to support you even more. It's a great word.
One minute.
Yeah. Rhett, I was going to say, Rhett, yeah, and Rhett's sitting here with me still, and feel free to chime in. But I was going to say, Rhett was talking a little bit about, some transitioning from, the music to, we were talking about his Facebook Positivity is a Plus group. And, it's funny because I think it's hard to see how our utility of our instrument and our musicianship and our songs and our entertainment value, there's other things that we bring to the table that we are able to utilize with that utility. And I think what what I think you bring to the table with this new record is you help me see some perspective in my own life, and I think that's been really positive for me and really helpful. And I have experienced some of that myself around, not getting that record deal and having to figure it out on my own, and now realizing that my platform was way bigger than that. Dave, hey, do you mind hanging on and let us do another segment with you? Man, hang out. We're going to jump right back on and we're going to take a little short break because that's how they pay for this station. But y'all hang out with us. DSR David St. Romain on the air right now with David Bourne. I got my friend Red Anthony in the house still, and we're going to be right back to talk about the show coming up next week.
The Jay Ducote Show.
Burger Step with 4 locations in that year, ready to serve you the original.
Is that good?
Yep.
On timing?
Yep. All good.
So how long is this?
Typically.
Like 2, 3. This one's a little
Yeah, short.
Get a little short when you come back in. Yeah, I'll probably stay for the next one. And
Yeah.
Get on that.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for hanging out. Mandy, could you hear them after? Were you able to hear them?
I'm good. I was thinking about it, but I want to say I think I might.
So, Mandy, are you not hearing it on the broadcast? Is that what's happening? Let me see here if I've got the wrong thing. I don't check. I don't know what's going on. So, Mandy, are you not hearing it on the broadcast? Is that what's happening? Let me see here if I've got the wrong thing. I don't check. I don't know what's going on. I see why. I had it turned off. Thank you for pointing that out, Mandy. I appreciate it. I got it fixed now. You should be able to hear them. Let me know in that text if you don't mind. Hey, if you're watching right now on the Restream chat on my platforms, 225-396-4166. Send me a text right now. I'm talking over this guy right now. That was helpful, Mandy. Thank you. No, thank you for pointing that out. Seriously, it was very helpful. That was helpful, Mandy. Thank you. This goes by so fast, dude. Again, it was like, it goes by so fast.
Yeah.
You're like,
You do like a full 2 hours, is that what you do? Full 2 hours.
yeah. But I mean, it's boom, boom, boom. We'll be halfway done
So fast, dude.
after this next
Like,
segment. Like,
wow.
we've already done the whole hour.
It goes by so
great.
fast.
It's like,
Yeah.
where did it go?
All right.
Yeah. But I mean, it's boom, boom, boom. We'll be halfway done after this next segment.
Wow,
We've already done the whole hour.
that's great.
It's like, where did it go?
All right.
So, I just from my understanding, Grant, the mics are still on while the commercial's playing.
Yes.
On the broadcast.
Well, yeah, they go to only to the Facebook, to the one we have set up, which you are restreaming. So they should be able to hear everything on the.
Okay.
I didn't have my mic on there, so they didn't hear me. But that's not the. We're not worried about me now.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because one of my folks said we can't hear them, and it's because I had the system audio on my restream shut down, but I had the mic on the computer on, so they were hearing me talk, but they weren't hearing the caller. So if I have to mute, so I was wondering if I muted my mic and leave this on.
Yeah, you should be.
They should be getting my mic also. Okay, good. That's what I want to make sure. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you, brother. Ryan that came in last time that was with us. My buddy, he said he gave me some encouragement to do intros. He's like, make sure you tell your name, give yourself some branding. I'm like, I feel stupid doing that, but hey, it's DSR. No. Well, speak of life. I was looking for some time. I've been good for some Baton Rouge surrounding areas. This is TSR David St. Romain. Glad to be filling in for Jay Ducote today. Glad to have my boy David Bornay on the phone. You still with us, D? Are we still on? We got our caller on. Oh, it's all good. David, what's happening, brother? You still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now. Thank you. Man, so let's talk, just go straight to it. We never heard from Jason or Cree, but that's all good because I really cared about getting you on. That's what really mattered to me. Don't tell anybody. But hey, so next Thursday, you're coming in to do the show. You're going to be here, and we've got a whole list of talent from Louisiana, but we also have you, Jason Martin, and the one and only Cree Harrison. Tell us, so we can find tickets where? On chelseaslive.com is what I found. Is that correct?
ChelseasLive.com has tickets, and it's as my understanding is, it'll be a seated, songwriter type environment. With as the last time I talked to Jason, he had said that we'll do the locals first, have Charleston, Luis, and Josh Martin, and then you do 2 songs each, and then you and Rhett do 3 songs each together, and then Jay and Cree and I, and then it'll be like that kind of Nashville song swap, writers round style, and that's going to be beautiful, man. We just really one thing I will say, I don't know where Cree and Jay are right now, but if you've never heard Cree sing, it's worth the price of admission just for that. And
absolutely,
she's one of the best pure singers there is, and as well as a great songwriter. And she, this year, I've just watched so many people see her sing for the first time, and to see people's faces, it's really magic.
It is. She was on. If you don't know, Cree was on American Idol, and I think she got second. Is that correct, or third?
She did. She finished second.
Second place for American Idol.
What year? I'm not sure.
12 is what I saw online. It's hard to get on American Idol and to get that, just to become. And there's talent all over the world, but not. She was already in Nashville. I think she had been doing some stuff in Nashville. Is that correct?
Yeah, she moved to Nashville when she was like 9 or 10 or very young. And I mean, she was singing on Rosie O'Donnell as a kid, and she was talking around Texas. And she came out singing. That's just it's who she is. It's a massive gift, and
she's got a pretty powerful story, y'all. I mean, if I read a little bit earlier about her story, and I didn't know about her, her personal story, a little bit about her family and the loss that had been, endured through her childhood, and so, or through her, with her parents. I mean, it's just to be able to come out of that and to continue to put yourself out there after going through such a rough, hard loss, a moment of loss in her life. So I want to commend her for that, and it's really. The story's one thing, but it comes out in the music. It comes out in the voice. It comes out in her tone and her delivery. And I think that's in my opinion, that's partly why she's got such an incredible showmanship, or if that's the right way to put it, but entertainment value. I mean, she's such a talent. It's really worth seeing. Like you said, y'all, $10 is all they're asking for the tickets. You can get them at chelseaslive.com. We're going to have some incredible talent, not just coming in from Nashville, but also from Louisiana. I mean, that's the one thing about Louisiana is that people don't realize the talent that comes out of here. It's massive. We have tons of talent from here. And a lot of them live up there now, right?
We just saw, 2 guys I was kicking around with back in the LSU days, Jordan and Jacob Davis.
Right.
Just got Song of the Year at the CMAs, and Benji Davis is an old brother of ours. Benji getting #1 songs, and that's and you just meet Louisiana people all the time. They're just it's a community, and now. There's just so many people moving to Nashville, and sorry, my seatbelt thing just went up.
You're good. No worries. We're about to hop off, but David, I want to say thank you for taking the time to call us, and also, y'all, I encourage you to come out next Thursday to Chelsea's Live. Get your tickets at chelseaslive.com, and they're only $10. Show starts at 7 p.m. Like you said, Charleston Bourgeois and Josh Martin are going to start the show. Is that correct?
And Luis.
And so y'all, and then myself and Red Anthony are going to be on after that. So thank you so much for calling, David. We're going to hop off, but I will see you next week. Thank you so much. Hey guys, everybody, thank you for listening. I'll be right back. David St. Romain on 107.3.
he was Chase was trying to call. Chase is trying to call, and he's like, "Number's busy." I'm like, "Cause David's on it." Now it's him right there calling. That's
She said you get drink. Said you natural. But you are.
I love you, man.
I love you too. So if I get some Merry Christmas to you, y'all Chase. I said hello. Yeah. All right, bud.
All right, good stuff. Nice to meet you, man.
Tower down. Are we? We're actually right on time.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Good deal. All right.
There's no stray truck to hit us here.
There's no what?
No stray truck to hit us on the road, on the highway of the Jay Ducote show, the metaphorical highway.
Right. That was crazy.
Sorry, I brought it up again.
Like if you're out there and you hit somebody, that was me. Yeah, I couldn't be late for the show.
I had to do something, but like that sucked.
Yeah. I'll be sending you a bill, Gordy, for my deductible. No, I'm just kidding. Later, brother. Thank you. Hey, we got 3 next week, not 2. You could do both. Yeah. That's awesome. Later, brother. Awesome. Woo! Pee, but I ain't moving.
We got like 10 seconds.
I ain't moving. Telling Brian I'm not doing the show until he gets this jack fixed.
Hey, look, I'd love that. I want the jack fixed. I have to explain it to every guest.
Welcome back, y'all. DSR David St. Romain here, filling in for Jay Ducote on Talk 107.3. Y'all, that was really awesome. We had David Bornay on. I think Jason and Cree got stuck in traffic somewhere. But we've got another great guest on I want to tell you about who's going to be doing a big show New Year's Eve. One of my battle buddies, I like to call him. We've been doing battle in the showstoppers, no, in the show business for a long time. My friend, Mr. Chase Tyler. What's up, dog?
What's happening, brother? How are you?
Man,
very long time.
I know, it's
very
been too long. You have been out and about just kicking it, brother. You've been kicking tail, dude, playing a lot of shows.
Dude, we've been trying to catch up from when we weren't kicking tail and doing shows.
Right, that was COVID. It killed us all, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, I wanted to bring you on. We've got about 8 minutes to talk. Well, that's actually 7 now, but I wanted to bring you on to talk about your New Year's Eve show. And then I got a text from Colby about promoting your other show that you've got coming up with a big artist, a bunch of big artists coming up. But let's talk about New Year's Eve first. Tell me about that Crown Plaza New Year's Eve. What's happening there?
So the Crown Plaza in Baton Rouge, man, I don't know if you're even aware, David, this will be our 9th year in a row to headline this thing. We started, literally almost a decade ago now, and it's just, man, it's amazing. It's such a huge event. There's 3 bands, buffets, open bar. Of course, everything comes with a room package. There's different packages you can get all the way up to platinum. But it usually sells out anywhere from 600 to 800 people, and it's just a blast. It is just such a good time.
Yeah, no, I did one of those things over at LSU back in the day also, and it really was. Yeah. It was it's just a fun time because it's safe. It's a safe way for us to do something for people where they don't have to leave. It's all inclusive, you get that room with it, and you don't have to go anywhere. It's much safer, and You get the great entertainment of our regional statewide talent like yourself, Hall of Fame member, Louisiana Music Hall of Fame member. I mean, that's awesome, brother.
Great time, man. Everything's right there. I mean, each band will do about 2.5 hour sets. So, I mean, you're looking at a lot of music, a good time. And,
what time do y'all kick it off?
I think the event starts around 7. That's when they start serving dinner, and then they'll go on in, and we'll go on about 12 right there at midnight. Till 2 a.m. Yeah, good time, man. Good time.
That's killer. Hey, if you're interested in tickets for the Crown Plaza New Year's Eve celebration with my man Chase Tyler, you can call 225-925-2244 for tickets. I was looking for a link to give people that was a short URL, but I wasn't able to find one, and it's just too much to say on the air. So the phone number seemed a lot easier. But if you don't, you can always go to any of Chase's social media and reach out to him directly. I know that you would be glad to point people to that place to where they can get them. But once again, the number, y'all, if you're in your car, don't write it down. Find Chase online and send call them and find out about tickets. 225-925-2244, 925-2244 for tickets to the New Year's Eve Crown Plaza celebration with a quite a few acts, but mainly my headline and partner right here on the air, Chase Tyler. Y'all, Chase, I remember, dude, when you were a baby, like not really, but you were young and you were singing out in Hammond with Jay. And we all had Jay in our band at one time.
I think that was a rite of passage.
You can't have a country band, right? Exactly. I love it. But Jay, I mean, he was such a great person to help us, get our career started. And I remember that. And dude, I know I never forgot how awesome your mom is, and she's just been by your side. But you know who's really been by your side is that incredible wife of yours. She's an awesome woman. What?
50 years.
Is just awesome, y'all. And I mean, I couldn't do this without my wife, and I we couldn't, because how are we going to raise our kids? I mean, it's just we stay up late and get up early. It's just not possible.
Exactly. Village and to have that support system behind you is really key. It really is. Yeah.
Are you so you have been making records now, I know, for quite a few years, and are you guys working on anything new?
I am. So we actually took the entire month of January off from doing live shows so that we can record, working on a few singles as well as a video. So we'll have all of that stuff out to you by spring.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Spring,
and where do they find you online, just in general?
Anywhere you can find music, anywhere you can find artists. Chase Tyler, it's Spotify, iTunes.
You do have a website, ChaseTylerBand.com, is that correct?
Do have the website, correct. The website and all the social media, of course. Instagram, Facebook, all the fun stuff.
That's right.
We list where we're going to be and links to our songs as well.
Well, good deal. Well, I think you're going to have withdrawals next month. I mean, you're going to be like an addict who's going to, you're not going to
get ready, man. Look, you're exactly right.
There's going to be a
You're going to need gearing up for the youth.
No, your therapy is going to be in that booth when you're singing. That's what it's going to be.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Bro, I don't know that we've ever been on the radio together. Like, this might be the first time. We only got about a minute, so I want to get some more out of this. It's really great, though. I love that we've been able to share this.
Awesome, dude. It is. We've done several gigs, but I think it's our first radio interview together. So very, very cool.
Yeah, well, I'm not giving up, and I'm not jumping on this side of the mic for full time yet. I can tell you that.
You do so good, though. You're doing such a great job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. We've all done enough of these interviews, I promise.
That's true.
But, brother, I am so proud of you. I honestly have seen you grow up so much, and I know we've all grown up together. I got a lot of gray hair, too. A lot of wrinkles to go with it, but it's great to see your beautiful daughter and your family everywhere with you. And just, y'all, check him out, ChaseTylerBand.com. But if you want tickets to New Year's Eve, you can find them. Give them a call at the Crown Plaza, 225-925-2244. My name is David St. Romain, filling in for Jay Ducote, and I'll be right back on 107.3. Hey, man, thanks for doing it, dude. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you reaching out.
Tell Colby that that the show is in Memorial Day. I'm going to be on before then, so we'll be happy to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got he's just hard up on getting it out every day. Yeah, no, he is. Yeah, but he's going to bug the piss out of you before then, I'm sure.
Well, I'd love to support it as much as I can, and I'll definitely get him when I'm on. I'll definitely try to get you, maybe get him on and get you on as the special guest, and maybe one of these big stars if we can talk him into it. But tell Lindsay I said hi, and thanks again for getting on, brother.
I really appreciate it. We'll do.
All right, talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Was he still live on Facebook? I thought so.
He was still up for, I took him off the air, but kept him in your ear and over the Facebook.
Good deal. How's it sound? Yeah, that's right. You did say that. We did you hear about? I got hit on the way over. It just kind of. I was on the interstate right before the 10-12 split, and right before the diverge, and they just out of nowhere hit me in the back. Immediately, I looked back. I saw them get over onto the side and stop. And as soon as I look forward, I'm on the bridge. And it's like, I got nowhere to go. So I wasn't going to get off at college and come back and then turn around and try to come back to it. It's a matter of $500. Why would I? I'd rather just spend the $500 and not get killed on the side of the interstate. So I'm not used to that type of outcome, but have y'all officially taken over? Okay. Okay, good deal. That might be our Red 6.
Talk 7.
I need to say that, talk. Caitlin, Odell?
Yep, absolutely. We're in the middle of a break right now, but we should be back in just a few. I'll get you.
I think it's going well. Yeah. I'm waiting for Flynn to call me. Hey, bro. I need somebody on this time slot. What you got, Flynn? I'm teasing. Yes, he's watching on YouTube. Call me. I'm open. No, man, that's awesome. Yeah, it goes. I swear, man, this thing goes by so fast. I can't even. Like, I look up and I'm like, oh crap.
Yep, if the segments are going well, it just slides right on through. But if you've got like one spot you don't know what to do with, or if something just drags a little bit, you start checking more often, and it's all about how the show's going.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see the like Talk 107.3 Facebook chat, but we got a few messages over here. One said, David, hey, Beverly Brooks Thompson said, David, hey, good friend. Proud of your work in the community. Kevin Stacy said, DSR, it's Facebook Live, not YouTube. Also, you played for a private event in Irwinville 13 to 15 years ago for my in-laws. Great seeing you again. Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah, Beverly's just... she led the... Oh, yeah. Beverly led the LSU gold, Live Purple, Love Gold, Live Gold, Love Purple. I can't remember the name of it, but that fundraising campaign, and just blew it out the water, man. She is she's a force, dude. Yeah, I didn't, and I try to keep it so entertainment value based and not as much serious, And we always, but I tell you, if Haldane ever asked me to come on in the morning, I definitely would love to do that. That would be because I'd love to talk about those, the stuff. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate it, Nene. Teen Lobby. Glenn says, I think you should have your own radio show. Glenn, I'm down, dude. I'm down. I told you, Flynn needs to holla. Holla at your boy, Flynn. I'm always open. I mean, I don't want to do early mornings. I don't want to do late nights. Well, I could do late nights, but I'd like for people to actually listen. Actually, that'd be the challenge, is getting people to listen when they don't listen, right? I mean, what is this, like 80s? They all use the top thing. The founding father of Government Taco. Y'all, DSR, David St. Romain, filling in for Jay Ducote and Chuck P. I guess I'm feeling four shoes today. But glad to do it. Glad to have Grant here. Thanks, Grant, for helping out. Y'all, we have a really cool guest on right now. I want to talk about what these folks are doing for our arts and our music, specifically here in the Capital City region area. Right now, we're going to talk to Caitlin Odell from Red Stick Music. What's up, Caitlin?
Hey, David. How's it going?
Oh, well, you hear it. I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I'm on top of the world right now, but I think I'm on top of a tower, actually. No, it's been a crazy day. We spoke earlier, and I appreciate you jumping on with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys, you and your husband started Red Stick Music, where you can find it redstickmusic.com. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Red Stick Music is a live music calendar for Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas. We list everything that we can find on our website, and then we also post daily schedules on social media with just like real easy to read little one-page image for you to just see what's going on in that one day. But there's a full calendar on the website. It also has clickable links to artists and venues. If you see, you click see more on each event. So that's what Red Stick Music is. We started this in 2014 after a couple of years of starting our recording business. We record live music, and that's really our passion. We love live music. We love live concerts. And my husband he's a recording engineer. That's what he got his education in, and had some internships in New Orleans. And it led us to starting Four Leaf Audio. So Red Stick Music is a trademark and a part of Four Leaf Audio. And it's the calendar where Four Leaf Audio does the live concert recordings. And we just love live music, and we really love Baton Rouge. We feel like there's something special about Baton Rouge that you're not going to find anywhere else in the world, with the musicians, with the community, with the feel and the vibe. And that's why we decided to stay here and make this community flourish as much as we can, because we just love it, and it aligns with who we are and what we love.
Yeah, and you guys, you're not from here, or you are originally from here? I didn't think you were.
Yeah, I'm from here.
You
I
are.
was actually born in Walker, grew up the first few years of my life there, spent the rest of my years in Baton Rouge. I've actually moved back out to Walker at this point.
Couldn't leave the LP.
Circle. And then my husband, he grew up in North Louisiana, and then I think high school years he went to Mandeville, and then he came to college in LSU. So he's been all over Louisiana.
Well, I got to tell you, as when I first met your husband and met you, it really it did make an impact on me big time, because there aren't a lot of aggregated calendars like y'all's around Baton Rouge. I don't think there's any other calendar guide, anywhere around the around the area that shows the depth of what y'all are showing to the public. And And so
Yeah.
every time somebody calls me from out of town and they're like, "Hey, where do we find what's going, the music in town, live music in town?" And I immediately think redstickmusic.com. There's not a better place to send them. And, Baton Rouge, I find, and, we struggle outside of LSU, we struggle sometimes to broadcast our identity. And I think
Right.
Red Stick Music does a great job of glorifying the music identity that we do. And as we grow more opportunities to bring more live music to people in this region, I know I'm working on stuff. I know that there are others that are working on ways to bring more music out to the public in safe environments here in Baton Rouge. It's going to be great to support y'all. I mean, y'all started literally with no funding, no support financially, and now you have sponsors. I see your supporters on your website.
Yes.
That's hard work. You went out and you had to sell advertising. You have to, it's not just about finding out where people are playing and keeping up with their schedules. It's also you have to do sales, ad work, and all this other stuff. And it's just you and your husband, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. It's
Oh,
just
wow.
just doing our best. And yeah, it's been a labor of love for many years, but we're very blessed to receive some sponsors in the last few years, and they're really helping us not only keep it going, but take it to the next level. We have our sights on expanding and doing even more than we've been able to do in the past. And I have a really good feeling about 2023 for all of us. I think it's going to be a great year for Baton Rouge live music.
I think so too. We got a lot of great events, a lot of folks willing to put forth the resources that it takes to bring music in from outside and keep the music going from the inside from our local talent too. Because but so just specifically, is there any show coming up that you'd like to talk about specifically other than our show next week or New Year's Eve? Outside of New Year's Eve, I mean, do y'all have anything that y'all want to push? Because I know that folks are wanting to know what's going on.
Yeah, I think that you've highlighted a couple of the biggest shows coming up. Your show next Thursday at Chelsea's with the songwriters. I mean, I know that's a transfer over from what usually happens at the Manship Theater. That's always a really good night for the songwriters to come back together. And then, the New Year's Eve with Chase. I don't know of a better New Year's Eve show, to be honest. But, what I always like to highlight in Baton Rouge is that there's a lot of what might seem like smaller musicians or smaller shows, but they're kind of the most important to me. There's a lot of acoustic duos. There's a lot of acoustic solos. There's a lot of songwriter nights. I mean, there's songwriter nights every week. Jolie Pearl has a songwriter night every Sunday. There's a songwriter night at Coops every Wednesday. Charleston Bourgeois does a songwriter night at Soulshine every Thursday now. So there's just lots and lots of songwriters nights around here, and I've really seen that grow in the last just year or two.
Yeah, me too.
And the little acoustic duos that are just setting up with what they have where they can, and I think that's one of the things that is unique about Baton Rouge, and it's special, and I enjoy it because I enjoy a little more of a low-key show where I can go and relax and not be in my stress environment. Right, yeah.
Sometimes it's great to be up and jumping around and dancing to the band and hearing that on that kick drum, but it's also nice to be able to hear that just the thought, a chilled vibe too.
To go and see somebody new that I haven't seen, or find a new little songwriter I haven't found yet. There's lots of that, lots of opportunity for that.
I did a songwriter show with Jimmy Goldman and Leah not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, on that at the Basin, and there was a young artist there that was on my round that he brought me to tears on stage, which when something speaks to me musically, and people who know me know I express all types of emotions through tears, but this was specifically, this guy just blew me away. He was so talented, and I think his name is Connor James, maybe, but he really just impacted me big time. I use that word a lot, but it just really it really made a moment in that, and I was on stage, with tears coming down my eyes, and it actually changed the song that I did that next, because it made me want to pull out something that had such more value and more meaning to me emotionally.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciate people like Trey and Leah and Charleston and the folks that are doing the Jolie Pearl songwriter shows. That's and you know, I even remember when Chris Maxwell started at Red Dragon about, you know, bringing in those more Americana acts, and you know,
Right.
it's we're stuck in a unique spot here in Baton Rouge. We only have a couple minutes, but I want to talk a little bit about this. In Baton Rouge, we're right in the middle of two culture hubs, New Orleans and Lafayette. Everybody knows Lafayette all over the world, and
Right.
because they hear about the Acadiana region, and they know, everybody knows about New Orleans. You know, you're from Louisiana, you must be from New Orleans. Like, that's immediately what they think.
Right.
Baton Rouge has so much talent that goes, you know, that stretches out. And we as artists, myself personally, I want to see more. I want to see ways for us to continue to unique ways for us to continue to bring that music. And it's through sites like yours, redstickmusic.com, that allow us to bring that to the public. Because so if you don't know about where to find live music in Baton Rouge, there is no better spot. They are the gold standard of guides to live music. Check them out, y'all. And thank you, Caitlin and Chris, for doing this and just being such a special thing in Baton Rouge, for sharing our way. You know, you're a platform for people just like me who allow the public to see and hear live music all over Baton Rouge. Thank you again, Caitlin, for jumping on with us, y'all.
Thanks so much for having us on. I really appreciate it. And thanks for all the support.
Absolutely. Y'all, once again, DSR David St. Romain filling in for Jay Ducote on Talk 107.3. I was paying attention to time, bro.
Now we got the long last couple of segments.
We got a second? We got 5?
Oh, yeah, you got me. Nope. He's getting the hang of it. I've been thinking about that for like a week and a half. Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. I already know Davey got in something. My coworker Mike, his friend, apparently ran into a ditch, called him while he was on the way here. So it's not great, but hey, it's not. It could be worse. It could be worse.
Slamming against the wall so I can really get the fun. Just kidding, Ross. Yes. Big Ben in the background. Yep, Richie, I love it.
Let me stand up for him. Thank y'all for being on still. Appreciate you watching still on the live on Facebook Live. I know it's not YouTube. I always want to say YouTube. I don't know why.
We used to be on YouTube for 95% of the time. I've worked here. We switched back to Facebook, so maybe that could be it. They used to be on YouTube all the time.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because there's way more people that are on YouTube than on Facebook in general. People are way more apt to go to YouTube, but sometimes with certain shows.
Yeah, with I think with local audiences that you have like a very high connection to, I think
Facebook has
sometimes
more connection.
Facebook can be the move because I don't know. It feels like for like a local audience, maybe someone that knows you more personally, it's easier and more likely for them to check on you on Facebook, maybe something like that. But I've noticed that some of the show that they've noticed that as well. It's not just me. Is that some of the shows that they run here are a little more likely to get a few more viewers on Facebook as opposed to YouTube for whatever reason.
Brother. Somebody said, Big Ben in the house. Who was that said that on the Facebook?
Oh, Richie Fontenot.
Oh, okay. Hey, Richie. I don't know if my mic's on.
Yeah, it is.
What's the address? Do you know the address?
I can get it.
Yeah, let's get that. I'm in LA. Is it Lothrop?
LA.
Airline Plaza Drive.
Yeah, Boston Place.
Yeah, Palermo's kind of a natural. He got it already.
Oh, he's great. I didn't do that Friday show with him actually because one of the other producers at the station used to work with him, so she was like, "Can I take that shift? Because we're buds, and I think it'll be a fun thing." And I was like, "You're asking if I want to work Friday evening?
Yeah, that's
like you can take it.
I'm down. You can have it. I love it.
But I've done some. I've produced for some of the times that he's done softball or basketball radio calls on our station, so and he's very easy to work with. He's a treat.
2 segments left. I can't believe it goes by this fast.
I like coming on the tail end. You know, I think you hit your groove about halfway through.
Yeah.
Hit the home stretch. And
That's true. I do. I feel way more comfortable in that second hour.
Yeah.
No, you know it's a good sign whenever you're like trying to fit stuff in as opposed to trying to stretch it.
Yeah.
And you've been doing that for the whole show, and it's been going great. Not that the other one that you did went poorly, but yeah, I think you could tell you.
It's definitely fun. I enjoy it. I mean, I swear, I always thought, like, man, this would be fun to do this job, but I just will not get up at 3 a.m. and be.
Oh my God, I could never, ever in 100 million years do what Brian Haldane does. I had for the first week that I worked here, they had me like training on shows just to get to learn how this board in particular worked. And I don't work the Brian Haldane show at all, but it was just because they need me to do Jay Ducote show, and the Jay Ducote I was doing another show around that time, so it was just weird. So they had me start coming in to train on Brian's show, and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't do this." Like, I was waking up at 5 a.m. and I was like, "This is the worst. This is the worst. I can't do this at all."
Yeah.
I'm just not a morning person though.
We're still young, no kids. That changes when you have.
God. I think maybe I'm more of a morning person than I used to be though, and I'm trying to like get there more. I'm trying to like not wait until the last
You work
second
out in the morning
and have it go all the way back.
Evenings, yeah.
I'm gonna have to. So I got to start. I'm starting Exodus 90, which is a thing from St. George. A bunch of guys. No sugar, of course, no drugs, alcohol, but working out 3 days a week. And so I'm like,
Lauren does 5 a.m. every day of the week at Regimen.
the problem, I'm gonna have to go with someone.
Yeah.
Because I just can't like motivate myself, dude. I struggle to get motivated about working out.
Mm-hmm.
Are we on?
Oh.
That's all good. Heard that break. Oh. It's like a crystal ball. What is up, Baton Rouge? Got a couple more segments left with you. DSR David St. Romain filling in for Jay Ducote and Chuck P on 107.3 the Jay Ducote Show. Glad to have one of my very, very, very close friends. He's not only just a close friend, he lives real close to me, too.
I do.
Yeah, like down the road, in the same neighborhood. We won't tell where that is.
Hop, skipping, and jump.
We're not going to dox each other here
Yeah,
real quick. But hey, Ben Marcel with me, one of Baton Rouge's, I don't know, one of your just golden people here. You're such a great community member. I mean, honestly, dude, you do so many great things for Baton Rouge. Been raising money since I've known you in Baton Rouge, and just to help community projects, help different organizations here in Baton Rouge. But I brought you on today because I wanted to talk about one of your new ventures. Y'all, Ben, you have gotten into the axe throwing business. Tell me about that.
And it's a little bit of a change from all my tech stuff.
I know,
do, right?
Like,
I do IT and digital marketing and code ninjas.
Right.
And now we throw literally axe throwing into the mix.
I know, dude, that's crazy.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, tell me, so the name is LA Throw?
Yeah, THREAUX. You know, we've got to spell it that way here in Louisiana.
Face the camera so they can see on Facebook Live, not YouTube.
I've got the shirt on.
YouTube. Yep. And so you can, if you want to go right now and you're at home and you want to look at it, LA Throw, that's LATHREAUX.com, and check it out, LA Throw. It's in Gonzales, and I'll give the address before we hop off. But I mean, the story of how you got there is such a strange story. We don't need to get into the details of it, but you're partnered with a great friend. Is from what I understood.
Yeah, two of my good friends, Ian and Ashley McGinnis. They founded the axe throwing place. I've been helping them through a little bit of some challenges.
Yeah.
And the byproduct of that is I became part of the new ownership team.
That is awesome.
I'm really excited about being able to promote it. It's a really cool place. There's a few of those venues here around town.
Yeah.
Ours is the only one in Ascension Parish at the moment. And I really love how the whole prohibition style theme came out. It's a really fun, relaxing place to bring your family. It's family friendly.
Now, Prohibition, it's BYOB. Right?
It is.
So
it is.
No alcohol sale.
We're currently not selling any alcohol, but yeah, I guess that goes along with the Prohibition style too. You can bring your own beverages and bring your own food and bring it to the facility to come throw some axes and have a good time.
It really creates probably a family atmosphere too.
It does.
Yeah, that's really neat. Well, so y'all, it's in Gonzales. LA Throw is the name of it. And I want to hear more. I mean, just tell me about what happens when you go to one of these places. Do you get like a training? Do they walk you through it?
Yeah, the safety is top priority. Obviously, if there's bring your own beverages and there's sharp objects being thrown across the room.
Like booze and axes.
Have some safety
guidelines.
Right. Yeah. So, that's the first thing you get there. You do have to sign a waiver. You do have to wear closed-toed shoes.
Okay.
And an expert will bring you to your throwing bag. Yeah, we do a lot of axe puns.
Killer.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all, no pun intended.
Right. No, we don't want that pun.
Chopping blocks on the menu.
Yeah.
But dude, that's awesome.
So then they train you how to throw it, some of the safety things. It's almost like Topgolf, right? There's a line that you don't want to cross when somebody's swinging.
Right.
There's a line you want to stand behind and not fall off. You don't want to go into the alley where other people are throwing.
Now, is there an age requirement to do it?
8 and up.
Oh, so you can be as young as 8 years old.
That's
do
right.
they have different size axes
They
for
do.
the 8-year-old?
A couple different size axes.
And they weighted? Is that what happens?
Yeah, it's just the size of it is smaller. We actually have all new axes arriving tomorrow, which I'm pretty excited about.
Cool.
But we actually have some foam axes too, where the younger kids, if there's like a 5-year-old, can throw a foam axe at the target and not feel left out.
That's awesome. So it's an inclusive situation.
It is.
That's
It is.
wonderful. Well, I know the McGinnises couldn't be luckier and more blessed to have a better partner than you.
Thanks.
Because do you not just bring your experience as a business owner and developing a product from ground up, which is what you've done with Torapath Technologies, where y'all started in one field and then sort of went with what needed to happen and transitioned into your more technology IT field.
Right.
And so it's awesome to see you stretch your wings and more into sort of front-face retail is what I like to call it. And
I have a little bit of that with Code Ninjas.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I think it boils down to just providing a great experience, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing that I'm really big on is how can we provide the best experience possible? Because when it comes to your clients and customers, they have a choice on where to spend their money.
That's right.
And how we set ourselves apart from others is the experience that we give, whether it's IT services or digital marketing or teaching kids how to code. Axe throwing is the same way.
Yeah. So are you guys doing any, and I don't know, I don't want to set you up for a no on this answer, but is it something that you would be able to take outside of the place and do like a catered axe throwing event? Like,
yeah.
Where, hey, I want to bring you to our golf tournament, for instance, and have an axe, because we had an axe throwing at our last golf tournament, and I might have to replace them with you. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
because I have a personal connection to this one.
Right. Yeah, mobile axe throwing unit is something that we have. I think we have some plans on maybe getting a trailer and being able to kind of carry it along on a truck.
That's awesome.
Have a really cool thing to be able to bring places. One thing that really appealed to me about this is it does still align with kind of my community involvement.
Yeah.
Because we can do fundraisers.
Yeah.
We've actually held fundraisers at the venue for various purposes where we want to give back to the community in different purposes.
That sounds like a great idea. I mean, as an organization, I have a nonprofit myself.
Yep.
And so as an organization, I know that we are looking always for unique ways to raise funds and bring people together where they're not doing the same thing over and over again, replicating, rewriting the wheel that's already been created.
Yeah.
And
this is more challenging than it looks. So I'm going to have to bring you by. And the first time you come, you're going to throw it and you're probably going to get frustrated because maybe 2 out of the 10 throws are actually going to stick into the target. But just like golf and anything else, you'll get better as you go along.
Movement.
And with the new axes.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, it's y'all, it's called LA Throw, and you can find it at lathrow.com.
I actually have a discount code to give to everybody.
Okay, so you're listening right now. If you're listening right now and you want to save some money,
saving money,
lathrow.com. That's LATHREAUX.com, and put in the discount code
Ben.
It's really easy. Ben.
It's very easy to remember.
Ben is the
15% off.
What?
Yep.
That's
through
awesome.
January.
Through January, you can get a discount at lathrow.com by using the promo code BEN, B-E-N. Check them out. They are at 39359 Airline Plaza Place in Gonzales. That's once again 39359 Airline Plaza Place in Gonzales. You can also find them at lathrow.com. That's LATHREAUX.com. You're not going to do any better with better people. I'm proud to support this place. I don't have any say-so, but I had say-so to get you on today, so I wanted to do that.
I appreciate that.
I love you, brother.
I love
Big
you too,
time,
man.
and I'm so glad to see you supporting more people and just continuing to spread your wings. You are the absolute practitioner of practitioners when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Thank you.
And you keep just doing that and doing what you do best,
next,
brother.
Huh?
I'm down, bro. Let's get in it together. I'm all for it. Y'all, thank you so much for listening. We only got one more segment left. Thank you for Ben and all of our guests for coming on. David St. Romain, DSR, filling in for Jay Ducote on Talk 107.3.
Last try. Appreciate you.
I said the website like 5 times in that 4-minute segment.
Let me get those bits so we could use them.
Yeah, dude, I'm all for it, dude. We definitely.
I'll hang out till you finish.
Cool. Good deal. Oh man. Thank y'all for watching on my stuff on my my platforms. I really appreciate y'all sticking around. There's been 5 solid people on the whole time. So thank you so much. I owe y'all a live show performing live online. I'm going to do it soon, I promise. Maybe Christmas time throughout the week I'll do something live online. So So ASAP bought ASAP. They must have bought, or they changed the name, or did they buy? It was what was it before? I can't even think. It was Uber Eats, the other one. Waiter.
Oh,
So,
Waiter is ASAP?
mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, because my app changed. Everything, it all shifted over. And Waiter was started in Lake Charles because my wife went to school with the guy. Yep, my wife went to school with the guy that started it. Ben went to high school with the guy that started Twitch. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that.
yeah, no,
Louisiana School for Math and Science. Yes. He sold it to Amazon, I think, or something. No, I'm talking about Waiter. He had sold it to somebody major.
that's good for him. Oh, the Fertitas. Yeah, they own the UFC, and I don't know what. Oh, the Rockets, the UFC.
Which one? What kitchen? Oh yeah, that's cool. That'll be us, bro. We're gonna find something.
Oh, they own the Rockets too.
Yeah.
And the Golden Nugget.
Crap. I didn't even know they owned the Golden Nugget.
They bought the Golden Nugget, the casino. Wow,
I believe they have a
that's cool.
majority share of the UFC, but I'm not really certain on that. I know
Is that Dana White that owns that?
Well, he originally started it. The thing was, back in the mid 2000s, when he was running it, they were losing a lot of money and they didn't have pull. So actually, wait, I'm wrong. I don't think they have a majority stake. I think they have a minority stake. Plus, they have a lot of like control in terms of like the decision making.
That's cool.
Because a lot of the time back then, whenever they were first able to start getting back on pay per view and TV and sort of like stopped the reputation of it being like way worse than like something like boxing. A lot of that was because of the Fertitas and also Donald Trump was a big part of it as well. Back when he was just focused on mostly TV,
Yeah.
because he was like, yeah, this is cool. He's like, I'm gonna get this on TV.
Yeah, I might get you in on this. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening over the last couple of hours. If you have been, if you haven't, go check us out. It's going to be all over Facebook between my personal Facebook, y'all. DSR David St. Romain here, filling in for Jay Ducote and Chuck P. Glad to be here on this. I feel like it's Friday, but it's Monday actually. It's just because school's been, such a strange time with Christmas season and the weather being all crazy and stuff. A lot of people staying home right now. But y'all, what an awesome experience this has been to have a slew of my friends on the show, but just to be able to support people in and around Baton Rouge that are doing, music, that are playing music and also promoting music. This is an entertainment show every day, 2 hours. Boy, do they offer a lot of entertainment. If you watch the Jay Ducote Show live on Facebook or you listen on 107.3, either listen up on the app, you can find it on the dial at 107.3 in Baton Rouge in the region. I mean, I've heard this show all the way on I-49 in Opelousas. So it's great to be just to be on this huge platform here. What an honor it is. Thank you to Jay and Chuck and Brian for always including me in this. And I just want to take this last segment to talk about, I find that these moments in my life are like, I talk about signs a lot, and I'm going to be working on a project that's pretty exciting for me here in the over the next course of this next year. I've been making records for the last 20 years, performing as a singer and an entertainer. But I think that God has led me to a whole nother element in my life. I'd like, I have heard the calling to maybe create more of a narrative around what I'm bringing and what God's calling me to do and my purpose in life. I started working about 5 years ago with the Children's Advocacy Center and started working with nonprofits and helping them to elevate their mission and their message and bringing that to the public. And then I brought my own nonprofit, Songs of Survivors, to the table, where we write songs with veterans in group formats across the state of Louisiana, at the VAs, at the veteran serving organizations, and just anywhere where we can, touch and impact a veteran as much as we can. It's a free opportunity for a veteran, and for if there's, people that serve veterans, this is a free opportunity for us to help serve your veterans. You may have a family member in this region that might be able to they might be able to use this opportunity to bring their story and put it into musical form. I'd love for you to reach out to me. You can text me personally at 225-396-4166 and join my community and hear about what we're doing at Songs of Survivors. You can also go to our website at sosmusic.org. That's sosmusic.org. And you can check out our website there and see more about what we're doing at Songs of Survivors. But going back to the signs, y'all, I mean, I'm playing one night in a bar room, which I don't do a lot of anymore because I feel like God's led me to do just so much more than just be there in that venue circumstance. And I all of a sudden, out of the blue, a friend of mine walks in who I haven't seen in over 20 years, and she's she's become a successful New York Times bestseller. She's a writer. She writes novels. She wrote a huge book on the Derek Todd Lee story. Then she went on to write another story, that became a New York Times best-selling book. And I feel like God has led me to that. So I am going to be working on a book over the next course of this year. And I'm excited to tell you that this book is going to be a big step in my life to bring my message, bring what I feel like God's put in my life to be a purpose in my life, and to bring that to you, the public, in that format. And so look for that to come out real soon. I have been able to meet so many incredible people, and they have made such an impact in my life. And I want to be able to share some of those stories, but also want to share with you some of my story about how, I've been challenged, and how I have had, an early childhood challenge that turned into a struggle, that turned into, taking my mess. I heard this quote from a 16-year-old one time, a young lady I was writing a song with here in town, who had been through just the worst of the worst. And she said, I want to turn my mess into a message. And I just want to adopt her saying there, and I want to share that with you, that I would love to turn my mess into a message. And I've been trying to do that over the last few years with my nonprofit, with the work I've been doing with other nonprofits. And that's what I hope to do with this book. So I'm excited to get with my co-author on this book in the next, over the next year. And we're going to be beginning the stages of writing this book and bringing it to you, the public out there. And it's going to be all based around, the signs and what God's purpose is in my life, and how he's led me to, I don't know if I could say that, but that's my higher power is God. And some of you might out there may say, well, that's not mine. It's the universe. And that's fine, because, the universe brings us different forms of talking to us, our gut. I used to teach preschoolers in school about how to recognize when your body is speaking to you. And that happens all the time. Your gut turns. There's this moment where you feel like this is a sign. This is a moment. And sometimes it's not great. Sometimes it is great. And we need to pay attention more. Try to be more value to people in your life. There are people around you that need value, that need somebody to speak positivity into their life. And so that's what I try to do on my own texting platform. That's what I try to do with my social media, not just to try to sell you to come to my concert or sell you to come to my shows. I'd rather bring you value in other ways, because that's most important to me. That's the purpose that God put me here to do. And so I'm going to continue to do that. And if you want to know more about, or you want to be part of that, you want to receive that stuff, again, you can text me, become part of my platform, my texting platform. That's 225-396-4166. And you can text me anything. You can say, hey, David, I want to be part of this. I want to hear more about what you're doing. I want to support you in this way, or I want to help support Songs of Survivors in some form or fashion, we are always looking for volunteers, and we're always looking for ways for people to support. We're going to be doing our next workshop in New Orleans at the New Orleans VA on January 28th. If you want to know more about that, you can find out at sosmusic.org. That's January 28th in New Orleans at the New Orleans VA. Any veteran, you can come from anywhere in the state. You don't have to be from New Orleans. That's just the current next place we're going to do it. And then following that, we're going to do one here in Baton Rouge at our main offices off of Jefferson Highway right in front of Bocage in the settlement right there. If you want to know more about that, sosmusic.org is where you'll find it. And again, if you want to hear more about what, on a regular basis about just positive thoughts, positive feelings, what's happening in our world, text me. Say, what's up, D? I want to know more. 225-396-4166. I can't thank our guests today enough. It was such a great show. I mean, this is only my second time to ever host a radio show. My first time was right here on the same show with on the Jay Ducote Show. And I'm really honored and grateful for Jay and Chuck to give me this opportunity. And for Grant, bro, thank you, man. You make it easy for me, dude.
I love to hear that. That's all I want to do.
I mean, I'm a Grease. Gordy, he needs a raise. Give my man a raise.
Well,
I can say that. You don't have to say that.
There we go.
It was me saying that. He didn't put me up to it, I promise. But no, Grant, it's awesome to work with great people here. There's such a great crew here at Guarantee Broadcasting. I mean, all the way from the top. It starts from the top. If leadership is not leading with the right frame of thinking, with thinking about their people, with taking care of their people, I mean, that's what they do here. That's what they do. And I mean, it's evident. It's evident in the way that y'all are sticking around. And I mean, even with the people that one of my favorite people that ever worked here with y'all was James Gilmore. And James, I don't want to get emotional. James was just such an awesome guy, and he started a Made in Louisiana show. Like
James was the one who told me this job was available. He was friends with my mom, and yeah, he was how I found out and applied for this job originally. James was great. James was amazing.
Yeah, and I remember he was doing Santa Claus all over Baton Rouge, taking pictures. He looked like Santa Claus.
He really did. It was like the bill fit. It was perfect.
It was perfect for him. And I've actually tried to talk my dad into taking on some of that, but he doesn't. He's not down. But James, man, he was just an example. Like even, I mean, just the people that are here are just such great people, and really, really, just to be in this mix of people, to have you here and to have Brian, who are leading people to just, Brian does so much more than people know, because all they hear about on the radio is what he brings to the radio. But he's involved at Our Lady of Mercy. He's involved in the men's group there. He's helping bring, a lot of people to heaven, y'all. And that's just awesome.
Brian, it's not even that Brian doesn't have a day off. Sometimes it feels like when I hear what he's doing, it sounds like he doesn't have an hour off. Like the amount of different stuff he's doing. I mean, he would beat me here every morning when I was training on his show in the morning. He's always here at 5 a.m. He walks in with his script after I'm just like trudging in, tired,
dragging,
just like trying to keep my eyes open. And he's like, yeah, you ready to do all? He's like, gives me the shit. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, it's true, man. I mean, so you won't find a better place to listen to music. You won't find a better place to hear about what's going on in the morning, hear about great, financial investments during the day, and to be entertained in the afternoon by the Jay Ducote Show with Chuck P and Jay. It's such a great crew here, y'all, and it is truly an honor. And I mean, it is truly an honor to be part of this. Even if it's just for a couple of shows. I can't wait. I hope that they'll ask me to come back. I just gonna keep praying about it and keep letting God lead me to where he wants me to be. And I hope that I can make some real impact in folks' lives. Once again, thank y'all so much for letting me be here. My name is David St. Romain. Text me 225-396-4166.